But all right, y'all. So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into this next damn reaction, shall we? Now, Ola Masama, shout outs to you, gang. The most overhated characters of all time. And I somehow or another, I feel like it is Sakura gonna be in this damn list. So without further ado, y'all, he said, hi, YouTube. Join us on Twitch to see this live, period. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this next video, y'all. Let's do it. Hey, let me put this in the highest quality of the HDs.
Hate. We see it pretty much every day in our lives, no matter how much we try to avoid it. The feeling is typically directed towards someone or something, whether it be hate of a certain food or hate of a certain person. Depending on your perspective, such an intense...
My hate for Arby's is definitely going to be onto that list. If you thought it is that I wasn't going to put Arby's on that list, you a damn lie. It's going to be on there every single time, gang.
Negative feeling is justified to an extent. However, it is hard to justify going overboard with your distaste for specific people. In my opinion, there's a limit to the amount of hate one should receive, and usually this line doesn't get crossed. But when it comes to media, there are certain characters that receive hate that surpasses what one may justify. Usually, most authors don't want one of their main protagonists / good guys to unintentionally receive a disproportionate amount of hate compared to the rest of the cast. Certain circumstances, lack of context, or detached perspectives are some of the many reasons why these characters get so much flack, even when their actions are reasonable. And you know, it's just not right. Someone needs to defend these fictional characters from the haters who try to slander their name to the ground every single day. So in today's video, I'm gonna have to represent some of these characters and do my best to clear their name. That's right, it's time for Ola-sama Ace Attorney. And we're gonna go through some of these cases and see if they have good reasoning to stand on. And for case number 1, we have...
Chi-Chi. Okay, this one I can kind of just be like, I don't understand. Like, I understand it. I get it. I understand why it is she gets some hate. I understand it. Goku should have got with Bulma. Nah. You know that's Vegeta, girl. You know damn well it is. That's, you know what I'm saying. Vegeta hate everybody but Bulma. At the end of the day, everybody but Bulma. It's just like, hey, listen, them niggas hate them niggas, but my girl love her. Vegeta should have got with nah. I can't see her. I can't see it. Bulma's probably like the best suited person for Vegeta.
Chi-Chi is a character from the Dragon Ball series who is the wife of the main character Goku, a mother of 2 sons named Gohan and Goten, and is also a martial artist and princess herself. Besides newer characters like Caulifla or Ribrianne, Chi-Chi seems to be one of the few characters from OG Dragon Ball that gets a lot of flack. Many fans seem to have similar opinions by saying, bro, I'm telling you, Chi-Chi is so annoying, I really do not like her. Bro, I don't know who you are. Get out of my house. But one of my main issues with people calling her annoying is that their reasoning is simply not good enough. What people have deemed as annoying.
He says Saiyans prefer strong-willed women so they fit their matches. That's fair. The fair. Chi-Chi's like Ari's mom. Don't mess with her. I listen. You know what I'm saying? My mama got a nice little. You know what I'm saying? She got a little stare to her. It's just like, hey, listen. Try if you want to. My mom don't even cuss.
Does not make sense whatsoever. And to prove this point, I wanted to look through some examples. For our first example, we can look at Chi-Chi not wanting Gohan to go to Namek to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect Piccolo. I feel as if some people may look at this moment of Chi-Chi yelling and nagging Gohan as being annoying, but we should really look at the entire scope of the situation first. We as the viewer know that Gohan and Piccolo started to bond in the Saiyan saga, but as far as Chi-Chi knows, Piccolo has kidnapped Gohan, almost killed Goku, and actually did kill Goku. Not to mention
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. And the fact is that people are saying that Chi-Chi was annoying for that. She's looking out for her own. She looking out for her kid. Like, that's all. I'm just like, why are we hating on Chi-Chi for this much, gang? Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just like a little motherly understandings, but it's like you can't just sit there and go ahead and not understand where she's coming from, bro. There has to be a level of just like, I get it. It makes sense.
Mention the fact that Gohan is like 4 or 5 years old and wants to go to a planet that's light years away with Krillin, Bulma, and Goku when he arrives. Mind you, she has no idea what's going on out there, and neither does Gohan. For all we know, there's some evil space emperor that's willing to murk anyone for fun. Why would any parent want to take a risk like that with their preschooler of a son? Of course she's...
Wait, hold on.
Anyone for fun. Why would any parent want...
Gohan was also beaten up very badly after the Saiyan saga when Chi-Chi first saw him after the literal months of him being exactly.
To take a risk like that with their preschooler of a son. Of course she's gonna freak out about an idea like that. Just let the adults handle the situation. Another example to look at is when Chi-Chi was mad at Gohan when he became a Super Saiyan. This instance might be more understandable to people, as some of y'all know that blonde hair is a standout feature in Japan and can be seen as a sign of delinquency in Japanese culture. So when Gohan pulls up with blonde hair, she's crying because she thinks he's starting to transform into some thug. For an analogy, imagine your significant other comes home with your child and they both got a bunch of Lil Wayne face tattoos. You're gonna start tweaking, and I'd say you're justified in doing so. Also, Gohan becoming a Super Saiyan, a combat enhancing transformation, leads into my next point. A lot of the people who dislike Chi-Chi seem to refer to the time she's shown to be a bit overbearing with wanting Gohan to study and go to a good school instead of fighting. Wait, hold up. Let me say that in a different way. Some people don't like that Chi-Chi, a mother, wants her son to study and get into a good school rather than fighting planet-busting aliens.
Hey, listen, hey. Hello, Stinky. Hi. These are valid. These are valid. That's why I'm just like, why are we getting on Chi-Chi this bad, bro? This is why I was like, I get it, but then I don't at the same time, because it's like, bro, she's just like, for what she's seen and she experienced, why would she want her kid to go through the same thing? So this is why if I was in Dragon Ball, I wouldn't let my kid fight Cell to risk their life for the sake of the potential. Exactly. That's all I'm like. I feel like y'all being a little hard on Chi-Chi. She just the mother trying to look out for her kid. That's it. I mean, if she wasn't sitting there and nagging, or she didn't give a fuck, and she was just like, you know what, go out there and fight whoever, I don't care. Then I'd be looking at her just like, shorty, like you just gonna go ahead and just say that to your kid? Like, I would be a little worried if she was the complete opposite. If she wasn't nagging, she ain't care, any of that. Be like, Gohan, go ahead and fight whoever. Go out there and go fight whoever. Then I'd be like, ooh, nah, bad. bad. You don't care about your son? Like, just, you know what I'm saying, for his safety? Just, you know what I mean? That's all I'm like. Okay.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of parents probably have this thought process, or at least something close to it. I'm pretty sure most parents don't want their kids fighting all the time, and or would want their kids to get a good education. It seems like a pretty obvious choice to me if I were a parent. She has witnessed multiple times how fighting has gotten her husband murked, and it was out of her control both times. The logical mindset would be to prevent that same path happening to your son, despite whatever potential he has. This argument is also kind of helped by the fact that Gohan ended up enjoying being a bookworm anyways when he was older. Now, if you believe that Chi-Chi was putting too much pressure on Gohan when it comes to school, a new discussion can arise, and now there can be cause to hate on her character. Even the outbursts that people hate on Chi-Chi for are completely reasonable, or at least make sense as to why they happened. And for this portion, I really want to hammer home the point by showing this in real life, because let's be real, it's a lot easier to see and comprehend how an interaction works when you see it in person. So here's the reenacted context that led up to one of Chi-Chi's outbursts. Dang. When is Goku coming back? I'm back, everyone. Oh, shoot. Yo, hey Goku. I just started cooking dinner, so it's gonna be a little bit till it's ready, okay? It was a crazy training session we had today. I gotta take off my clothes right now. They're so dirty, it's not even funny. Wait, are you gonna do this in the living room? Hey, Chi-Chi, could you wash these for me? Ah, man, I love you, Chi-Chi. You're the best wife anyone could ever ask for. Oh, whoa. Go on. Your clothes are dirty, too.
You're not lying.
You're gonna have to get them washed, right?
Should I just give them to mom?
Yeah, let's give them to your mom.
Bet.
Come on, Gohan, let's take a nice bath together. Nah, you must be tripping. You think I'm gonna be cooking food for you and washing these dirty clothes that you throwing? You guys know how the rest goes. This was something that actually happened in the series, by the way. It's obviously not a one-to-one, but it's basically the same thing. It may come off as annoying and short-tempered, but this interaction is something that I understand someone getting mad about. But you know, I do understand some of the reasons as to why some people hate on Chi-Chi. One thing that we should acknowledge is that Dragon Ball is a shonen anime. It's about fighting, getting stronger, adventures, along with a plethora of other shonen elements. So when you watch Dragon Ball, you want to see your favorite characters get the chance to fight and push their limits. You don't want someone to hinder that or prevent it from happening. It's also possible that Chi-Chi reminds some of y'all about your parents and guardians nagging you about certain things. To sum it up, Chi-Chi gets all—
Hey, listen, you don't understand this until it is you get older, bro. That nagging and all the other stuff it is that your parents is trying to tell you is probably one of the most easiest things it is you can possibly do. But we made it difficult by not wanting to listen. That's what it is at the end of the day. I promise you. Think of the times where it is your mother was nagging at you, or even my mom, about going ahead and doing the dishes and stuff like that. I live on my own. You feel me? I live on my own. Who gonna sit there and wash these dishes? Me. Who gonna sit there and take the garbage out? Me. You know? And Chi-Chi is just your average black mother, bro. Your average black mother trying to prepare you for responsibilities outside of doing that. And yes, I get it. Dragon Ball Z is known for, fightings and and just prolonging the episode even into the next one of with a good old little squabble. But Chi-Chi is a parent. You won't understand these things with what your parents is trying to tell you until it is you get older. This is why it is if you got your parents now, make sure that you tell them you love them, man. Because I promise you, bro. I'm telling you, if Chi-Chi was in a complete polar opposite and she ain't care not two shits about what it is between her husband and her son was doing, now that's an issue.
All this hate.
Pain and torment I go through just because I want the best for my little boy.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, she can have an annoying tone, but her actions are very realistic, and I bet that a lot of your parents would have somewhat similar ideals. As I grew up more and more, I really started to realize that Chi-Chi wasn't tweaking most of the time, and if you're still a bit young, you may see something similar when you grow up. So I think we can call this a closed case. Let's move on to the next one. Eustace Kid from One Piece is a pirate from the Worst Generation and has been portrayed to have a rivalry with both the main character Luffy and another Worst Generation member, Law. Kid also boasts one of the highest bounties in the entire series at 3 billion berries, as he was a major contributor to the defeat of Big Mom and Emperor of the Sea. Kid seems to receive a lot of slander and flack by fans for things he simply cannot control. It's to the point that some people just don't even appreciate his character. As we all know, Kid has the same dream as other characters like Luffy and Blackbeard, and that is to become the Pirate King. The difference between Kid and them is that Luffy is the main character, so we know that man will be getting any type of mentoring and training he needs to get stronger. And Blackbeard is clearly set up to be one of the final antagonists of the series, so his strength will rise as it is needed to achieve that goal. But Kid is a side character, so we know dang well that he is not getting that same treatment. So he's gonna be going through his journey to become Pirate King blindly. All the intricacies and systems in the One Piece world are not made clear to him.
See, I ain't gonna lie, he's a little bit annoying, but it could be because he's Scottish descent. Nah, that's I wouldn't say it's that, but I do believe there is a level when it comes down to having the main protagonist and you have a side character. There's a lot of times that as a side character, there'll be the potential that's there. It'll be an E for effort, but they ain't gonna give the side character that level of shine.
So he's forced to learn them by himself. Imagine trying to learn calculus by yourself without learning any algebra beforehand. You finna be lost trying to wrap your head around a derivative.
Bro, I'm lost already now trying to do fucking algebra. Bro, I'm in math class now fighting for my life, gang. The levels of fighting for my life it is that I have to do with just regular y equals mx plus b. Why do I need to know this? This is not going to be something I'm going to use in real life. And I've done calculus before, and calculus is even worse. Calculus, physics, but ironically enough, I was able to retain physics because some of the stuff is based off of biochemistry, and I understood chemistry. So I knew equations based off of chemistry and physics like this. But why do I need to know about all this stuff, algebra equations and stuff like that when it is I do my taxes, or when it is I do accounting and stuff like that, or when it is I have to let a nigga know where it is he got me fucked up from point A to B or to Z, depending on what it is that he did. Why do I need to know this? See, I could do algebra, but I don't want to. There's not even, I can do it. I mean, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I could do algebra, but I just don't, I wholeheartedly with my chest is just why am I doing this?
The thing that should be addressed is Kid getting one shot by he who shan't be named. And I may be this guy's representative, but I won't lie. This did almost irreparable damage to Kid's reputation. He was the one who picked the fight with Shanks. He got humbled. Let's move on. But I don't think it's that.
Humbled is an understatement. Hey, listen, gang. Humbled is an understatement. The boy got whooped, bro. That's not just humbling, gang. There's more to that.
The Kid's reputation. He was the one who picked the fight with Shanks. He got humbled. Let's move on. But I don't think it's that simple. Let's walk and look at everything that happened. Kid was about to use his strongest attack that Shanks saw would destroy a fleet of his ships. We also know that this is the same blast that Kid used against Big Mom to finish her off in their battle. So now that we've established how strong this attack is, when he who shan't be named hit Kid with the divine departure, the attack Kid was charging up was also set off as well. This caused Kid's crew to get hit with two insanely strong attacks max, which explains him going down in one hit. Another thing people criticize Kid's character for is the way he uses his devil fruit powers and Haki ineffectively, which is valid to a certain point. People think that he can and should be stronger since his fruit revolves around magnetism. We've seen other characters like Magneto go crazy with magnetism, and all we've seen Kid do is make mechs. But as we all know, devil fruits are extremely hard to use to their utmost potential. There's no instruction manual on them, so the user
Like devil fruits is like, first of all, it's hard to even find them things as it is, and it's even hard to get the level of mastering and controlling the power, the essence of those things. He said Shanks said, "Oh yeah, let me try it," and got knocked the fuck out. Damn. He said, "I want a devil fruit." I don't. If you don't have the proper training for a devil fruit, then don't do it, bro. Don't do it. There's way too much that goes into that. Right, Zach. Me too. I'm good off of that. Again, like, you know how hard it is to fucking get a damn devil fruit, let alone to try to all the training and stuff you got to do in order to even eat the motherfucker. You said, "Give me one." See, this is the villain in Babs talking. But then again, I feel like Babs would have a little bit more of a discipline and a training arc better than myself when it comes down to dealing with that. So, you know, you get a devil fruit, the biggest ops is gonna have. Yeah, listen, no, I'm cool. Me on the other nah, I'm cool. I'll do a Naruto chakra. That I can do that, but I still feel like it is, even with doing the chakras, you still gotta like have a level of like training in order to like understand like those.
Kind of just has to wing it and use it in their own way. So Kid using his fruit to make mini mechs are just what he's been able to discover with his abilities. And as for Haki, Kid might not even know he has Conqueror's Haki, so he really is just ignorant about a lot of things. If you've ever played an RPG or really any game without any prior knowledge, you'd likely have a similar experience to Kid. Asides personality and other character traits, a lot of the reasons people hate on Kid are usually things that are out of his control. It just becomes irrational at a certain point. If we're being honest, Kid is one of the few realistic depictions of what someone can do in the One Piece world with all the knowledge that we see Luffy and his crew get. With that being said, I think we can close this case. Dang, another case closed. Shoot, I'm good at this stuff. Anyways, if you're new and enjoying my premier attorney abilities, you might as well subscribe. And also, sit back, because the next character we're gonna get into is...
I already know where you're going. I already know where you're going, gang. Oh man, I already know where you're going with this, gang. I already know where you're going. All right, let's hear it.
Fairly interesting to say the least. Sakura is a very popular, or unpopular, character from Naruto. She's a member of Team 7 and is the best medical ninja in the Leaf Village. Now, Sakura is a very special case as her actions in the anime can be pretty annoying. There's no justifiable reason as to why she's doing some of these things. Couple this with the fact that Sakura doesn't really have many moments in the anime of her doing relevant things, and you start to see why many fans dislike her character or just think she's useless. However, I did say that this was a particularly special case and was very careful in my wording. Sakura in the anime is a victim of the animation studio, in this case Studio Pyrot or Pyro, I don't know how to say it, taking certain liberties for the anime. This means that they alter some of the source material at times, a lot of the times including unnecessary changes. And seriously, there are a lot more than you think, and some of these moments are key to why some fans don't like this character. For example, a lot of the scenes we see of Sakura hitting Naruto are just filler scenes that the anime added. I promise y'all, this is one of the big reasons why people be hating on Sakura. Then there's the fact that Sakura is also just not that mean to Naruto in the manga. Like this scene, for example. Sakura is laughing because she sees that Naruto is stressed out from taking a written test. I think we can all agree that's pretty effed up. You laughing because your own squad mate is about to struggle on this test. But guess what? This never happened in the manga at all. Sakura is genuinely concerned for Naruto. Why did they change this? I don't know. We also...
You know what? That's a very good point. Like, that's a very good point. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. It is bad. I will say it is bad writing, because Sakura is not the only person within Naruto that, as a woman character, I'm just like, oh, they could have did her so much more justice. But I will say it is, when she became a medic, she was doing her little thing. She was doing her little thing, being a little medic, y'all. Y'all can't sit there and say it is, and she wasn't. But I am giving that level of fact. Babs has mentioned this before, and I stand by this, that they're kids, gang. You know, I think it is when you put a little bit too much of pressure on the fact, like, you know, I get it. But I never understood why it is like in her character, like they kind of made in the anime, they kind of made Sakura like a dickhead. And I'm just like, wait, organically speaking, with her character, she wasn't like that. That's what I was like, Yeah, sure, but the manga did better. No, oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. But I just don't understand why it is that they could have portrayed her so much better within the show. I mean, they wrote into as a side character, but at least Sakura's biggest eater got more screen time than most of the girls. Oh, you mean Sasuke? You mean at least Sasuke's biggest eater got more screen time than most of the girls, and somehow was a good background. I mean, you can't sit there and shit on her for too much though. I get the level of like people why people say it is that she's a little useless, and then I can understand like I don't think it's useless. I think it's more so of the fact that like she has a potential. She has so much of a damn potential. Maybe someone on the writers of the show, maybe like he hated pink hair women. I don't know. The Sakura could punch a tree and it would fall down. Stop.
Oh, Sakura is genuinely concerned for Naruto. Why did they change this? I don't know. We also need to acknowledge that the studio added unnecessary dialogue that makes Sakura seem more useless and dumber than she is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what like in the show. I'm just like they made her like a little much of a dickhead, but she wasn't like that beforehand.
Like here in the anime, she's talking about whether she'd save either Naruto or Sasuke, when in the manga, she's determined to save both. One just looks like someone who's conflicted between saving friends, while the other wants to save both no matter what, even if she isn't the strongest. They also just cut out some of the scenes where Sakura is helping Naruto or Sasuke in battle. We should all know how much of an effect that has on the viewer. If I never see someone contribute in battle, I'm going to assume that their value is not very high when it comes to combat.
That's true. That's very true. My girl likes her fashion choice, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. But in terms of character, she's not the best. I mean, that's a very good point. After a while, what it is like, let's say for instance, let's put it in this way. If you see like us within like the group, you know, you see like, let's say for example, Simba, Mikey, Aaron, you know what I'm saying, me with like the consistency of like that, but you don't see nobody else, you're gonna think it is that nobody else putting in the work when other people are absolutely putting in the work. But with Sakura, if we're constantly seeing her either getting, you know, being you know, knocked down and then not necessarily contributing to the fight, eventually afterwards you're gonna be like, what does Sakura do? Like, you know. But what about the war arc that she could have, yeah, like her little war arc it is that she had, she was doing good. Like not like Nightlight and the boys. Listen. Starlight is another example of like the Sakura effect. She just doesn't contribute. Like she goes ahead and like get them little glowing eyes and whatnot, and them niggas be like, "Hey, listen, go on somewhere with that. Go on somewhere with that. Like, come on. You know what happened the last time? I don't even know why you doing this." And then I had the nerve to sit there and be getting on Huey's ass, bro. Like from day one. Huey lost his best eater and then had to go ahead and be fighting these superheroes and stuff like that. And then came across this girl, Starlight. You know what I'm saying? Go and then she gonna get mad at my boy because of the fact that he thought she was you, gang. It's like, oh yeah, like you engaged. Oh yeah. And meanwhile, it is I was tied up. How the fuck is he supposed to know that? Damn. They turned Sakura into like what they did to Hulk in the MCU. Dang. You saying Sakura got the Hulk effect? Dang. I mean, I wouldn't even sit like Hulk is his own entity. I like, you know how much it is. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk my little yin yang about with the Hulk. But I wouldn't do Sakura like that. I wouldn't do Sakura like that. Even though it is, do I feel at times, I'm in a middle ground now. Beforehand, I used to sit there and think she was useless. But then I really had to go ahead and think about this. It's just like, no. She had an arc to her, and the arc was kind of cool. She was kind of doing her little thing with the little arc. But I prefer manga version of Sakura versus the show. The show just makes her seem like a dickhead in the beginning, which is why it is that I don't really like it. But yeah, she got bad writing treatment for sure. But that's most of the women character within Naruto for some reason, like, you know?
Another major part that the studio left out was the development between Sasuke and Sakura romantically. Now for me personally, in the anime, it felt like the relationship was a bit rushed. It made sense, but the execution just felt a bit off. Come to my knowledge that in the manga, there were actually multiple scenes of these two sharing mutual feelings towards each other. Even something as little as the two blushing makes the relationship seem more mutual than one-sided.
Bro, I promise you, the manga shows it is, they was like they was locked in, but the show, the actual show itself of Naruto just makes it seem like it is. She was like Nikki Parker, and Sasuke was a Professor Ogilvy.
Maybe the MCU writers saw Naruto and say like, how about we make Professor Hulk like Sakura but let avoid the actual book.
Right, exactly. The anime also started as kid shows. Oh, exactly. She got dumbed down. Yeah, she did get dumbed down. But if y'all ever watched the Parkers, if y'all have ever watched the shows with the Parkers with Miss Monique, shout outs to her. I actually got the chance to meet her, solid woman. You know, with her playing like, hey, Professor Ogilvy. It gives that vibes. It gives the she had the obsessive parasocial vibes towards Sasuke, and Sasuke was just like, ugh, get away from me. Like, I don't really even like you like that. Like, you know, that's why when I see jokes about that stuff, it's hilarious because it's like, dang, they really kind of did her dirty. They kind of did her dirty in the show. They made it seem like it is like not only a useless character, but she's a parasocial useless character as well. Like, oh well, you know, I'm torn in between if I have to go ahead and save Naruto or my beloved daddy Sasuke. You know, if it was Sasuke, I would go ahead and do that. I would gladly go ahead and suck dick for Sasuke. It's like, girl, relax. Like they made it like they made her character like that, and I don't like that. I don't like that whatsoever. It's just like, dang, like even when it is we watch the unhinged version of Naruto or whatnot. Hell, it's hilarious the fact that is that they make her like that, but it's just like, damn, you know. Matter of fact, I had somebody commented underneath this as well. This is gonna go out to you. This is gonna go out to you for commenting underneath this. This is like, oh, this is a bad depiction of the show. You should at least watch the show first before it is doing this shit. What makes you think it is like? And let me tell you something. For somebody it is that goes ahead and does reaction to anime stuff, why would you think in your feeble mind it is that I don't watch anime? Why do you think it is that I don't watch anime? Is beyond me at the end of the day. I've had some people be like, oh, why? Like, normally it is that guys would like react to stuff like this. So women can't go ahead and do their own commentary off of anime? This is why I say it is that there's people it is that they'll claim it is that they watch anime, but they really don't at the end of the day. Because it's just weird to me. Damn, Sakura would be de-writing Sasuke meat like watching a Tyler Perry TV. Bro, it's bad the way how it is that they made her in the show.
You see in the anime is Sakura glazing Sasuke every other second and Sasuke basically pushing her away. Like, no, like seriously, let me drop the lawyer act real quick. Personally, I'm not a manga fanatic and typically prefer watching the anime. However, I really hope y'all see that the anime can be drastically different from the author's original intentions.
Drastic is an understatement. It's almost as like, I don't want to say this, but it kind of to the point to where it is the writers for Naruto was just like, hey, listen, the manga, the fuck all that. We're gonna put our own spin on it. We're gonna put our own spin on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like drastic. Like, let's just go ahead and say it is that they didn't even use that as a source. Let's just say that.
Really do feel that a character like Sakura would be looked at way differently if the adaptation was better. Anyways, back to the bit. So as you can clearly see, a bulk of the hate that Sakura gets is from the animation studio doing a complete injustice to some of her better moments in the manga. If the anime didn't take as many liberties, I guarantee that Sakura would not be as hated as she is now. With that being said, I think I can say we have closed yet another case. If y'all really want to hate on a character, go hate on that bum Kiba. He don't even do nothing. You know what? My bad. Let's move on to the final case of the day.
Damn! Wow. Go ahead and talk your shit, gang.
The last case I wanted to briefly tackle is Yamcha. We all know about Yamcha and how he's the most memed character in all of Dragon Ball. Even the series makes references to Yamcha getting baked. It's no secret. So what's the problem?
They do. They do. Oh my god. That's not funny. It's not funny, but it is. It's not funny, but it is. It's not funny, but it's funny at the same time.
Problem here, Yamcha doesn't truly get hate and vitriol thrown his way, so why is he even here? I decided to bring up Yamcha's case because I think the meme has gone so far that people don't even remember what happened in that fight. So let's run through his infamous battle with the Cyberman real quick because I think it should be enjoyable and eye-opening. So the fight starts and Yamcha seems to be the better fighter and well prepared for this. He gets thrown into the air, but he uses the sun as an advantage to start his offense. Yamcha then blitzes the Cyberman and hits it with the Kamehameha to seemingly defeat it. Then after boasting about his victory, the Cyberman then sneaks Yamcha and attaches itself to him and blows up. Thus, the meme is created. The problem isn't that Yamcha gets memed on or that people make fun of his death. That part really doesn't matter. It's the fact that people see this image and think Yamcha just got murked with no difficulty whatsoever.
That is true. That's very true. That is very true. If somebody don't know the context of what happened with this fight, they're gonna think it is that he got whooped, something nasty. But he got sneaked. He got sneaked. That's all it is. He got snuck. That's it. That's it. That's it. It was a sneak attack. It was. That's why niggas be like, that's why niggas be trying to shit on him. And that's just where it is you get all the memes. That's why I say it's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny that it is that it's funny, but it's not. Yeah, he got snugged.
Which you can't tell me that some people don't believe. A lot of people probably forgot that he got snuck in the first place, and I've ran with this notion of Yamcha being some bum that got baked by Cyberman. That notion is only partially true. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, I don't even know if this case is even closed. I'll leave that up to y'all. Now, I do plan on making a part 2 to this video that'll drop later. I do have about 4 or 5 other cases that I wanted to cover, so I'll work on those cases when I can. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all like the slightly different approach I had in making this video. I wanted to try the whole Ace Attorney.
Hey, listen, it's giving a lot like another particular anime commentator. It is that, like, you know what I'm saying, that I'm cool with and I'm friends with, that's also in the gang. Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying, CJ, you know what I'm saying? CJ the champ, you know, you feel me? You feel me? And I'm not mad at that because, you know, CJ was one of the very first people to go ahead and be doing this anime commentary stuff. And I'm glad it is that other people are doing it as well, you know? That's my guy right there.
Attorney bit for a while now, so I'm glad I got to do that. With that being said, have a great day and peace out.
Yeah. Hey, you feel me? Of course. And shout outs to CJ. I can't wait until he drops that shredder video. You know what I'm saying? My boy CJ has been cooking up onto the main channel and onto the second channel with his gaming stuff. Proud of my boy. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? Well, almost time to shout outs to you, gang. Thank you so much for the video. This is a very good one. I'm gonna go ahead and like that. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. And shout outs to you at home. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Because I love how he showed his face. Yeah, I was just like, you know, I was surprised. I'm like, oh, okay. Seeing the face of the people who do the commentary, it's like, oh, so you're the one that does it. But I'll catch y'all in the next video.